All right, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel, to the Caspa community. Appreciate you guys as always. But yeah, without further ado, let's take a look at what's happening with KAS and what we could be expecting going further into Thursday. Wednesday was a bearish day for the crypto markets. I'm sure if you are part of the crypto space right now, you're aware of this, especially if you're watching the videos over the last few days. Some of the targets that, I was talking about actually did, become a reality, specifically for Bitcoin. But if you're looking at Caspa right now, it's one of the very few coins that's still remaining in the green, up 1.9%. But it did have that move towards the downside, but it has seen a little bit of a bounce since then. But even if you're looking at the overall market going into Thursday morning, you're still seeing quite a bit of red across the board. The price of Caspa sitting at 11.3 cents. We're up 1.9% in USD, up 5% in Bitcoin comparative. Market cap at about $2.9 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume at about $124 million. Before we get into any further, though, as always, just a quick disclaimer. Anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So look at the dominance index. Obviously, the dominance index did go up quite a bit, went up to 58.24%. Looking at Bitcoin right here, this is from, my previous update on HBAR. You could really see the price of, Bitcoin actually ended up hitting right at the neckline of the 23.6 Fibonacci support. We did see a bounce right after, it retested this, but you're seeing the price still showing significant amount of weakness. So, us going back down to this level is still, in the books. And obviously, if we drop below this, we could be making our way down to that $90,000 Bitcoin. And, these are some things that, we need to be aware of. The DOJ announcement, regarding the Silk Road Bitcoin is, been floating around the crypto space. A lot of, people are bearish about that because, that potentially means, Bitcoin is going to be sold on the open market. And not a lot of people are excited about this. And, of course, when you do tend to see these types of news, go public, you do tend to see whales stepping in and taking massive advantage of that by manipulating the price. And I think this is a perfect example of that. But let's take a look at what's happening with Kaspa, what really happened. Of course, that's what everyone is here for. So this right here is the daily time frame. You could really see this for yourself. We're retesting December 20th lows right now. We're sitting at some very, very key important zone. Obviously, if we drop below this, the November level could be in play at that 10.2 cents price point. I want you guys to take a look at it on the hourly time frame because this gives us a better understanding of what happened. So you can see this for yourself. We actually went down to the likes of 11.2 cents. So guys, we're getting closer and closer to the November lows. Obviously, no one really wants to see this, but so far, you can kind of see a little bit of a support pattern playing out. And let me give you guys a little bit of a visual as to what I'm really discussing here. So look at this, guys, for yourself. You are looking at the price of Caspa holding on to its dear life, especially around this 11.2 cents price point to be specific. And you can see how many different times we've seen this support play out for us. 1, 2, and I would pretty much count this as 3 and 4th. So 4 different times the price of Caspa has retested this key support line. And now you're looking at the more, and I've shared this with you guys countless of times, the more a support gets retested, the weaker it gets. So are we about to see the support breaking below? If it breaks below, of course, we do have some support around the 10.7 cents price point, but after that, the November wick could be in play. And after breaking below this key support line, the November, wick down is only about a 10% move towards the downside. And so, as of now, it still looks like, that is a possibility for us to retest. Obviously, the whales, I wouldn't say the whales, the bulls and the bears are having a massive, battle, especially around this support. Obviously, the bulls want to keep the price above here. The bears want to push it down. But if the price of, Bitcoin drops below 90K, you do see a little bit of a shakeout. I think we're getting closer and closer to that. And if we drop below this, this will be very bearish for Caspa. I've stated this to you guys before in some of my other updates. We could actually retest January last year, targets, which are, that 9.4 cents. We haven't retested the 9.4 cent support since, the beginning of last year. and that should tell you, how bearish this really is. So pay very close attention to the support line. Most importantly, Bitcoin, and of course, I'll keep you guys updated. Of course, obviously, if the price of Caspa is above that 13.5 cents, we're going to be having a completely different conversation. But let me know down below what you guys think. Love you all. See you later. Been Crypto ZX and peace.